Hey yo, what up? This is Music G repping the Underground Army. You're tuned in to Jay Steels and Act Reacher 45, The War Report. Tuesday nights on YouTube, live and direct is the show. Saturday nights on 93.3 FM CFMU, giving y'all that new news and hip-hop interviews.
What you saying? What a born ain't your favorite, yeah, your most hated R for the back for another one. This is the S listening session. We live in the war room. This is the War Report. TWR presents. Make sure y'all smash that like, put your phone on in, share that stream in the day. Once again, this will be rebroadcasting on the live and direct show, 93.3 FM CFMU.ca. Once again, you know what I mean? The listening session is back in effect. We got my man S, you know what I mean, live in the building. Y'all about to be treated to some real, to some trill hip-hop, you know, dig? You know what I mean? A true wordsmith. I'm bringing into the war room right here, right now, you know, dig? But before we bring him on in, of course, I'm going to get y'all familiar. Because I need y'all to say his name right. I need y'all to say his name right. You know what I mean? When he comes on in. Salute to everybody that's passing through once again. I got a poll in the chat. And we want to know your favorite S track that we playing tonight. So don't go vote yet. Don't go vote yet. You know what I mean? Wait for us to, you know what I mean, display the content, display the music, you know, dig. Most definitely smash that like button as your phone on in. Salute to the brothers. It's the Usual Suspect Ting. You see it up there. ShopUsualSuspect6.com, where you can get your latest drip. And I will reiterate once and again that the Ackwoods teas will only be available until September. You know what I mean? You only can smoke out the competition until September, so make sure you support your favorite judge, Judge Galvatron, Act Reacher 45, in the dig, by getting your Usual Suspect Ackwoods tea. We got 5 different flavors, y'all. 5 different flavors. My favorite is honeyberry, but once again, only available until September. So make sure you get your Ackwoods tea. Support Act Reacher on his journey, on his professional journey to professional boxing stardom. You know, dig? Coming up this Friday, not Thursday, this Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we got Fox in the building. You know what I mean? Fox was returning with DJ Markoshi. You know what I mean? New mixtape things, Trust the Process, listening session. Yes, my guy Fox is back. Y'all see what it is. I'm wearing my Fox hat right now. I'm wearing the Star Fox hat right now. UsualSuspect6.com. You definitely can get that. You know what I mean? You see what it is. The new Chatham Stars baseball tees. Paying homage to the all-black championship team, 1934 championship team, the Chatham Stars. You know, dig? So we got up those up there. You know what I mean? And there you go. We see the Star Fox Talib Tank and the Star Fox Snapback, you know what I mean, are available, you know what I mean, usualsuspect6.com. But let me stop talking, you know what I mean? Let me properly introduce my guy S, who will be performing live, might I say, at the Concrete Canvas Festival, July 24th, you know what I mean, I believe at the Woodlands Park. We gonna get further details when we bring them on in, but let's get into some music and make sure you say his name right. This is the S listening session. We live in the war room. Smash that like button as your phone on in. Let's get it.
Peace. Welcome to my world. For those of you who've never heard of me before, this is a PSA. For those of you who've known me for a few years, but still getting it wrong, it's not a yes, it's S. That's it. Say my name right. I guess you could call it a pet peeve, perhaps a bit of a nuisance how you address me. Been capital E ever since a lowercase s. Put the letters together, they spell S. Put to the past decade, put some respect on my name. Two simple letters together, for some reason it's a pain. I repeated it nauseum on any record, but some of y'all ain't listen many years later, still messing it up. Nomadic soul never claimed the address. Seems the attention to detail hella lazy at best. I walk the street with a Superman S on my chest, trying to do what I was sent to do better than the rest. It's such BS when I'm addressed as ES. Last time I checked, there's no dash between E and S. This ain't the first time, most likely not the last. Just another moment in time that'll soon come to pass. In the beginning I laughed, cause I thought it was cute. After so many years going by on this pursuit, figured the audio and vids clear the air like a statement. The abuse would have continued and it's borderline flagrant. Say my name right, the name of the song. Made a name for myself despite the fact you say it wrong. Whether you're guilty of this wrong, I'm glad you sing it along to the lyrics that I spit in this song. What's it called? Say my name right, but don't get it confused. Not your prototypical rap name, but it do what it do. Say my name right, just a couple of letters. One syllable sounds magical when put together. Say my name right, is a name, nickname, no gimmicks. Abbreviated form of my government when I'm spit. Say my name capital right, E and a lowercase s. Simple as pie but gets butchered to death. Say my name right. So I guess I'm part of the problem. Been an issue from childhood, but did little to solve it. Since the ages, felt more convenient rather than repeatedly correct. I went with something easier. People struggle to enunciate my government. Through word association, that's what I was running with. This dated back to elementary days. I told them that my government name sounds like Cecily. Hey, looking back, I felt I did it for the memory's sake. But thinking about it now, perhaps my fundamental mistake. Rather than embrace my African name, I westernized it. Lost a piece of me when I failed to recognize it. Trying to assimilate in this Canuck salvo with individuality, and all of us turns half to whole. Kinda hypocritical to command respect of my peers when I didn't respect myself enough for plenty of years.
Your name is your identity. It's something you're supposed to take pride in and feel ownership of. But when teachers, coworkers, and friends constantly screw it up and don't even try to get it right, that can really change how someone feels about their place in the world. I still get my name mispronounced, even with the mnemonic.
When somebody actually gives me that question, like, hey, am I saying this correctly? Immediately I want to marry them.
When you get your name mispronounced all the time, it makes you feel like less of an individual because you have to respond to all these things that are not your name.
It's pronounced SMA, not SME.
So say my name right or my mom's coming for you.
Say my name right. 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 Say my name right.
Y'all know what it is. We got S in the building. Say his name right. Polar's in the chat.
Sir.
You know what I mean? Polar's in the chat. Say what up to the people, my dude.
What up to everybody in the chat? Salute.
Indeed. Tell the people where they can follow you at and what you got coming up real quick. I believe you got a show coming up this coming week. Am I correct?
Yeah, I got a show this coming Sunday Concrete Canvas Hip Hop Culture Festival, Hamilton, Ontario. I'll be performing on the 24th, 9 p.m. Alongside a host of other dope talent from in and around the area. So anybody who's a fan of like true hip hop culture, b-boying, MCing, DJing, graffiti, all four elements on display at this festival. So definitely come out and show love. It's absolutely free admission. So there's no excuses. If you're a fan of hip hop and you're from the region, come out and support.
That's what's up. You know what I mean? This is the S listening session. We got S live in the War Room. Once again, July 24th, he will be performing live at the Concrete Canvas Festival. Have you performed at the Concrete Canvas Festival before? This is like almost the resurgence of the festival, because back in the day, you know what I mean? Actually, that was my second show I ever performed. You know what I mean? I was, can we say like 20 years back? 20 years back? So is this the first time you performed at the Concrete Canvas, or is this
first time?
You know what I mean? Oh, this is the first time. Okay.
This is my first one. Yeah.
Because you said you spent some time in the Hammer, in the 905, but you've been all over the place. You know what I mean? Touch on what places, you know what I mean, kind of cultivated your or influenced you as a hip hop artist, so to speak.
I mean, if we go way back to '87, Run DMC, they were the first group that I ever heard that caught my ear, and had me fascinated with this thing that we call hip hop. I mean, the energy, the vibe, and just the uniqueness at the time. You know, being a 10-year-old, living in Trinidad and Tobago at the time. I'd never seen it, never heard it before, and it was like the freshest, the most unique thing ever. And I remember when I watched the video, it was Tricky. Tricky was the video, and I saw it and I was like, wow, what is this? I had no idea what I was watching, but all I know is I wanted more of it. And as years progressed, I got more into it. In high school, met friends that were into it. We used to cipher and listen to music and build and stuff like that. And as I got even older, I went to McMaster, and that's where I really got more of the exposure to the scene in Steel City. Met a bunch of amazing producers, DJs, MCs, and I'd say that that's where I got my storage sharpened. A lot of like-minded artists, who were into the same kind of music, same type of influences, and it just kind of built from there. Just kept going, plugging away at it, and probably 2007 is probably when I started to kind of take it a little bit more seriously, releasing music to the public, and here we are, 2022, still doing it.
That's what's up. That's dope. You know what I mean? And it's even that much more dope that you said you came to the Steel City. The Steel City cultivated and sharpened your swords. You know what I mean? So shout out to the Steel City. You know what I mean? Underrated for the amount of talent.
Indeed.
You know what I mean? That's within this city. You know what I mean? Often gets overshadowed by the neighbor Toronto next door and whatnot, but
right,
you know what I mean? Once again, July 24th, that's a Sunday. Admission is free at the Woodlands Park for the Concrete Canvas. Make sure you check S live performance. You dig?
Yes,
tell us about the come up story. You know what I mean? The next track we're gonna get into the come up story. If you could touch on that.
Yeah, the come up story is like basically pretty much what we were just talking about. It's basically a summation of my journey through hip hop from '87 when hip hop found me, all the way, touching on a lot of the milestones that I encountered along the way through my journey up until present day. So yeah, it's a fun record. it's hip hop. You know, got DJ elements. It's a nice call and response type chorus. So yeah, it's definitely a nice hip hop feel to it. And you know, this is me just giving you a nice chronological rundown of my journey through hip hop from 87 to 2022.
Indeed. Do you have who's doing the production on your on a lot of your tracks? You know what I mean? Specifically this one, the Come Up Story.
So the producer, he goes by the name of J Pal. He's a producer from Scarborough. We met actually. We were both students of McMaster, and he was actually a host of In the Cut back in those days on 93.3 CFMU.
Word. Okay.
So yeah, so we've been tight, connected since then, and we just kept in touch, and we worked a couple of times in the past, and we just decided to work on a project together last year during the pandemic, and we put 7-8 months together, and yeah, we had this project completed. So the album is called You Want a Piece of Me. So these are a couple of joints off of it.
Indeed. You Want a Piece of Me is the LP. We about to get into this next track. You know what I mean? The Come Up Story. S is eloquently laid out. You know what I mean? His come up story. But now we gonna hear it in musical form. You know what I mean? Live in the war room. You know, dig. Smash that like button as your phone on in. Where else you getting this? You know what I mean? On YouTube. Yeah. Let's get it. The Come Up Story. S.
This is my come up, yeah. This is my come up, my come up, my come up, my come up story. This is my come up story. Dating it back to the 80s, to the 90s, to the 2000s, 2010s, and now the 20s, yo. Hey, yo. Yo, I caught the bug in 87, never looking back. Tricky, the first record I recall had me hooked to rap. A born kid up living in TNT till adolescence. Planted the seed of what will be today's semi-profession. Back it up, what did I stumble across? Heard a couple of dudes talking and then a number of thoughts started racing inside my head of what it was I just watched. All I know at the time, I didn't want it to stop. The images caught my eye, plus the sound was unique. From the style of the walk to the clothes and the sound of the speech. Talking over the music with a style I never heard before, a different kind of energy, and I wanted to hear some more. Later I learned it was a thing they called rap. The generation before thought of the fad and some crap that wouldn't last, but youth would have the last laugh. That rap was here to say, and that's a matter of fact. From humble beginnings, I've witnessed the progression. There many stages in my development's been a blessing. A few milestones to get me where I'm going. Summarized in condensed form, a few not knowing. Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? On to the next phase of the story I brought. Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? On to the next phase of the story I brought. Yo. Into the 90s, TNT North American eyes. TV began to see the world through American eyes. TV and music influence was undeniable. Donnie Simpson and Casey Kasem opened my eyes to view the latest music plays, smoking the chart. Remember TNT was Calypso and Soca at heart. 91 life circumstance will bring me back to the north. Take the flame with me that I brought and then carry the torch that I kept lit while I studied grace, mastered my craft. Recorded rhymes into cassette through boombox when I rap. Remember thinking that everything I spit was so oppressive. In retrospect, it was just a bunch of copycat impressions. From Joseph X and Lord Finesse and Heavy Eve, biting before I figured out who I'd eventually be. The growing pains until I came into my own. The path to find my own voice on this microphone. From humble beginnings, I've witnessed the progression. There are many stages in my development's been a blessing. A few milestones to get me where I'm going. Summarized in condensed form, a few not knowing. Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? On to the next phase of the story I brought. Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? On to the next phase of the story I brought. Hey yo, fast forward early 2000s when you find find me in a circle amongst a bunch of my peers, safe around and bouncing energy off one another like trampolines downtown Grover Hamilton. Catch me rapping the beats, open mic on the radio. Big shots to my folks I chopped it up with on a regular when out at the shows. Shout out the spitters who spawned and helped me sharpen my blade. A catalyst, lighter fluid, arson, the spark of my flame. You can say the water, the seed, planted the tree, giving new life. Now I bear the fruit of my labor. Verses I do right. Oh, 7 in Genesis. MySpace was a platform. Released the first recordings to the public I was proud of. As time progressed, so did my network too. Mess with the best producers and put out my best work too. Started with Homegrown Monsters, then my debut LP. Few for thought with 2 beats and J. Rudin dealt me. From humble beginnings, I've witnessed the progression. The many stages in my development's been a blessing. A few milestones to get me where I'm going. Summarized and condensed for a few not knowing. Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? No. Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? No. Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? No. On to the next phase of the story I brought. Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? No. Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? No. Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? No. On to the next phase of the story I brought. The quest continued. I reached a point of no return. Continue plugging away at this music with no concern for the opposition and naysays whose crutches my age. Till they see me live in the flesh and command how I engage with the audience with relatability, skill and abilities. Stand on what I speak on with truth and humility. Aspire to inspire while lifting your spirits high. Kicking juice for the soul with intensity minus the ire. Vulnerable and we are only getting older. Embracing your age and growth was the message that I told them. Social media, the gift and a curse. Summarize the number of interactive aspects at work. Then connected on a short player for pandemic release. Still riding high off adrenaline, get me past the release. Took a break, now I'm back on these beats. Back to unleash with J-Pal. Release the hounds like busted straps on a leash. From humble beginnings, I've witnessed the progression. The many stages in my development's been a blessing. A few milestones to get me where I'm going. Summarized and condensed for a few not knowing. Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? No. Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? No. Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? No. On to the next phase of the story I brought. Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? No. Should I keep it going? Or should I cut it short? No. Should I keep it going? Or should I...
Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Should he keep it going or should he cut it short? I think he should keep it going, you know. My guy, it's the S listening session, you know what I mean? Yeah, salute. Smash that like button as you follow on in. Most definitely the poll is in the chat. What's your favorite S track we're going to be playing tonight, you know what I mean? That was the come up story we just played. You know what I mean? Most definitely salute for that. As you see up on the screen, make sure you follow S on IG, HD Monster S, right there, you know what I mean? Go ahead and give him a follow, you know what I mean? And tap in on all his music, you know what I mean? S, let me ask you this. What you think about the current state of hip hop? A lot of these new wave rappers and whatnot, you know what I mean? What's your opinion on it? You know what I mean? What's your vibe to it? Are you feeling it or do you just kind of look down on it?
Well, I'll say this. The music that I do follow, like the lane of music that I do follow, I rock with heavy. So the underground is like stronger than ever. It's the quality of the music has only gotten better with time, and you know, artists continue to put out quality music, and that's the music I really follow. The other stuff, like the radio stuff, I don't really check for it too heavy. Right. Yeah, I don't really check that too heavy. I mean, if I'm in the car or, you know, the kids are around and they're listening to what they listen to, you know, I'll listen, but I don't really go out of my way to check for it. Like the stuff that really keeps my heart pumping is you know, the stuff, you know, the independent underground stuff. So, you know, the Sean Prices and the Ghost Faces and the Fontes and the, you know, artists like that, Elzai, you know, those are the kind of artists. Master Ace, you know, those are the type of artists that I will
be at the Concrete Canvas as well, I believe.
Yes, indeed. So I mean, those are the caliber artists that I listen to, that I actively seek out, and artists like myself from different parts of the country, different parts of the world. Those are the people that motivate me and inspire me to keep doing what I do, because that's the vibe that I came up listening to, and that's the vibe that keeps me excited. So the other stuff is just not for me. It's not for me. No disrespect to them. It's just not for me.
Indeed. It's the S listening session. Smash that like button as your phone line, and make sure you follow him on IG, HG Monster S.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about this Do Better challenge. You know what I mean? Are you talking to these new wave rappers like y'all need to do better? Break it down for us.
I'm talking to everybody on social media. So back in 2019, I released an album called Social Media Volume 1, inspired by my timeline. So it was basically an album where I took everything that I wrote about on that album was inspired by social media, good, bad, and ugly. And the Do Better challenge was inspired by all of the challenges that were happening on social media that, you know, you might be able to remember. You know, people, oh my gosh, the eating Tide Pods, and, you know, putting water bubbles on their heads, and, you know, oh my gosh, there were so many of them. Ice bucket challenge, and, you know, mannequin challenge. I mean, there was like dozens of these things, like the most ridiculous, you know, nonsensical things out there. And, you know, I just decided to write a song, just speaking my views on it. And, you know, it's just the nature of social media. You know, people get bored and they come up with things to gain attention, and, you know, trying to, you know, go viral or whatever. And some of it is silly. So I decided to just write about it. So it's the Do Better challenge.
Indeed. Live in the war room, we got S. Let's get into this Do Better challenge.
Yeah. Listen to what I'm saying.
I challenge us to do better. Get out the minds of the sheepish followers. Strive to be the trendsetter. Be better than the memes that we deem as fact. We're nowhere with all the check validity of stats.
Yo. Pull up that song there, dog.
Respect.
We had to pull that up anyways, but I know I cut you off. So I'm gonna let you take the mic. You know what I mean? I yield the mic to you. What was you about to say on that?
No. So I was just saying, yeah, just some of the challenges on social media were just so ridiculous that I just had to speak on them, just from my perspective. Just basically a look in the mirror type track. You know, are you part of the problem, or are you part of the solution? You know, just a reflective piece where, you know, we just kind of look at the way we act and the way we behave on social media, and ask ourselves, are we that person that I'm talking about in the song? It could even be me. I might be guilty of a few of them, but, you know, it's just the nature of social media. So
Indeed. Y'all listen to the lyrics. The Do Better challenge. We talking about the nature of social media. Live in the war room, we got S. This is the S listening session. Let's get it.
I challenge us to do better. Get out the minds of the sheepish followers. Strive to be the trendsetter. Be better than the memes that we deem as fact. We're nowhere with all the check validity of stats. It seems we react to the latest hashtag trends, like expensive handbags worn by stars. Measure of success, purchase of these foreign cars. Parading in a masquerade, then exposed as flaws. Monkey see or monkey do. Why does it happen? A star thought it cool to do an ice bucket challenge. The masses got on camera, almost didn't get the purpose. Original intent was noble, sheep that at the surface. Narcissism at its finest, intentions impure. I guess with all the posts I've seen, ALS is cured. Just another cause comes and goes, flavor of the week. Till the next hot topic out captivates the sheep that follow the herd. Zombies in this here apocalypse. Leaders sipping Kool-Aid, or you siding with the followers? A head scratcher, why these kids eating Tide Pods? Are you kidding me? Oh my God, it's a challenge, youngins actually died. Social media eating people alive. Slave to the blue thumb, the extent that some will go to gain acceptance. Observing from my timeline, hard not to pay attention to the buffoonery and coonery. Young brothers waving guns, girls twerking on camera for you to see. With a child standing there looking clueless. The message in the Bible says that you can do this to succeed. Forget the need to read and write to achieve. As long as you stay on the feed, you got exactly what you need. 10-year challenge popular with folks. Physical transformation for many dope, but no growth. Mentally the same, life game is lame. Effed off in your early days, now all you do is complain about the world did you wrong and not to get you. Get off your self-entitled high horse, you'd sue life if it let you. Life at a standstill like a mannequin. Challenge couldn't hold the pose, your puckered lips knocked you off balance. Camera phone in front the mirror in the bathroom shot. Isometric angle, gotta make sure that the act is cocked. Thirst is real, dudes flock to the bird box. Flip the bird with this now, he refers to her as thought. All these losers on the prowl, wow, stunting on the ground. Persona gets exposed like Bow Wow. Challenge to your character, claims you couldn't take back. Poor decisions last longer than a face tag on your favorite rapper that you say is cool. Less than a handful of rappers make it. Stay in school, kids. Get a tray, be realistic with your expectations. Nothing wrong with chasing music as a destination, but what you missing is a plan or contingency. Social media got you thinking of wins instantly. To hell with all the groundwork in the process. Going viral is the object. Fame is the only option. A lame is only opting for the latter. So many lames out here, they mama should have swallowed up the morning after. Pills, speaking of pills and drug abusers, my timeline flooded with all these losers. Not to be confused with alcoholics and abusers. I'm talking about the loser that chooses to pump that message in the music when they themselves ain't even consuming. They got a generation hooked on drugs destined for a hard future. These are the live zeros, the ones we put on pedestals like heroes. These people need to get their souls repoed. We need to spot these snakes in the grass, and I ask that we stop giving passes, calling things classic when he had to stand the test of time. Man, dope to dummies, nothing more than amateurs, fan. Would love to meet your brother's keeper in these streets, right? God forbid you in some heat. Your brothers reach to film the street fight, refuse to intervene if it don't involve a come up. From sundown to sun up, when no come up, you get done up, hung up to dry. But they still refer to you as fam. Term of endearment, not deserve to be man. Fake views, fake news is how you stay true. Fake it till you make it is how you pay dues. Memes over microphones is how you slay crews. Streams and pay to play is how promoters pay you. Take you for granted when they ain't without you. Somehow convince us that we need them when the fact is not true. Dwindling in self-worth, we are the entertainment. Live performance breaks when full stop editing arrangements. From studio recordings, turning shows to karaoke. The standard's been lowered, industry said okie dokie. Hence amateurs embraced it like the other trends before them. Disrespect the foundation makes it harder to support them.
Y'all know what it is. The Do Better Challenge. Jeez. We live in the war room. This is the S listening session. And I think this is definitely deserving of a...
Now listen! That's called motherfucking bars, nigga! You know nothing about that!
Nothing. Nothing.
Respect.
What do you mean? My man went in for 4 minutes, dog. 4 minutes straight. You know what I mean? Where are you getting this from? Stop it. July 24th, he's gonna be performing at the Concrete Canvas, y'all. Woodlands Park. You know what I mean? Free entry. My man S. We got Master Ace. You know what I mean? Yo. Follow him. HG Monster E S, nigga. What you mean?
Yeah.
Yo. Let's cool down.
Yes.
Let's cool down right. Let me cool down right now. That's what I'm wearing.
Cool down, brother.
You got it out. You got to hide it up in here. You know what I mean? Once again, the poll is a bit in the chat. I think we're gonna have a lot of others because I don't know why they don't put the Do Better Challenge as one of the options. You know what I mean? So you might just have to click on the others. We might have a lot of others tonight because that shit was fire right there. You know what I mean?
Respect.
Once again, salute. You know what I mean? We coming on another track that is one of my personal favorites. You know what I mean? Listen. I don't know if I want to speak on this and let the people listen first before I touch on it, but before we get into this track, tell the people about Listen. who produced it, and if you could give us a little short synopsis of what it's about.
Okay, so this track was produced by a producer from the UK. He goes by the name of Sir Williams. I met him on IG. I've seen a couple of his beat reels, and I hit him up. I said, "Yo, I need that beat," and we worked it out. The sample in the beat was basically what inspired the song, and I took basically the "if you listen" in the sample, and I made it relevant to social media. So the first verse is kind of talking about the whole Tekashi situation, not listening to the advice of your elders and getting into trouble. The second verse was actually inspired by a post that I saw on Facebook. A friend of mine had posted a personal story about a situation involving his teenage kid. And, I've seen a lot of parallels between, what he was writing about and, my own home situation. So I decided to write about that. And then the third verse was just me paying homage to outlets such as yourself and others that support, real hip hop. And, just reminding rap fans in general that, there is good music out there. You just got to keep your ear to the street and listen. So that's what the song's about. So it's 3 different topics, but they all kind of relate to one another as far as, listening goes.
That's what's up. That's what's up. You know what I mean? We live at the War Room. This is the S listening session, and y'all must listen.
They say a hard head makes a soft fast. Being soft, trying to play hard will make you fall fast. A tall glass of Kool-Aid forever on tap. Sipping to the point of no return, you can't pour it back. As a youngin', they be thinking they grown, trying to make a name for themselves that miss the imagery shown. Misguided by poisonous entities, knowing they wrong. For capitalizing on said ignorance for the coin. Likes is the new love, followers the new family. Respect for self is lost and finding seems like a fantasy. Pranks and entertainment and acceptance is wild. Likes and views just proves the perspective of why. I've got a pet peeve for these bloodsuckers we let breathe. Tempt or cease for stripping the innocence, won't you let them be? The village raised as a child, we gotta pay attention. Watch close, talk to him, gotta make him listen. Be that voice of reason when the judgment's kinda clouding. Clout chasing for acceptance, full of yes men around them. Beware their surroundings, be the life jacket when they drowning. If all else fails, I guess they drown in. And tough love, or worse yet, their demise. When it finally happens, they surprise. They didn't listen when it mattered. Now fate took its course. In the end, was it worth it trying to prove that it was?
Like you listening. Shorty's running wild. Smoking cess, drinking beer. Shorty's running wild. Smoking cess, drinking beer. You listening. Shorty's running wild. Smoking cess, drinking beer. It ain't trying to hear what I'm kicking in his ear.
Part of being a parent is instinct. Practice makes perfect. The path to perfect is distant. Trust in your gut is like spidey sense in a tingling. Call it overprotecting as soon as you get an inkling of danger. I'm a father to a teen, Mr. Invincibles, or so it would seem. Party on the weekend, everybody's gonna be there. Everybody who's somebody gonna be there. Or be square, ain't trying to be the latter. At his age, status matters, conforming to the former climb the social ladder. The parents in me asked a few particulars. Who, what, where, when, and why. It sounds ridiculous to him. Responses back sketchy as hell. The scenario's playing in my head, not ending too well. See too many youngins get caught up, and that's fact regardless of the way that they were brought up. My inner voice told me that I oughta grab this situation by the horn, play devil's advocate, incite the storm before the calm. Feeling torn, his request to go denied with reasons why. He had the nerve to look me in my eye with fire inside. I pray to God that I was right. Later on the same night, news story about the shooting at the site up in the West End. Victim is best friend, these kids is wild. My paranoia was on point, he's still in denial.
Like you listening. Shorty's running wild. Smoking cess, drinking beer. Shorty's running wild. Smoking cess, drinking beer. You listening. Shorty's running wild. Smoking cess, drinking beer.
reflecting by this a vibe and the mood. Talking out both sides of your mouth, you got me confused. Looking at billboard, you feel for some type of salvation when locals up in your town are dropping haymakers. The days of the DJs breaking records used to be the mission. Now it's fans on social media, you need to listen. YouTube, the new crate dig, let's face it. Fans spoon-fed in a vegetative state, man. The die-hard fans keep my hopes alive. As long as fans remain supportive, good music survives. The underground is thriving like never before. When's the last time you ever heard releases is raw? It's like the second coming of the 90s era that you claim you missing. Keep your ear to the street and just listen. Shout to the podcast for showing me love. Shout to the college radio stations for growing my buzz. Shout to the bloggers who support an artist, never charge a dime. Shouts to word of mouth marketing, a part of the grind. A huge part of the time I discovered gems by accident. Surfing these social platforms, I find fellow passionate artists trying to make a name in a game saturated. When you find that audio gem, you'll be glad you waited.
You listening? Shorties running wild. Smoking cess, drinking beer. Shorties running wild. Smoking cess, drinking beer. You listening? Shorties running wild. Smoking cess, drinking beer.
That's listening session. Listen, you know what I mean? Once again, poll us in the chat. Poll us in the chat. Vote for your favorite track that we playing tonight from my guy S. Another dope track. It's gonna be hard for the chat, you know what I mean, to vote on this one. But most definitely, yeah, all three verses, you know what I mean? Even though all three verses were different content wise, the track was you put it together beautifully. Let me ask you this though, you know what I mean, because I'm curious about this with regards to, like, because you say you have kids and whatnot. I believe you might have a teenage son. How does he perceive you with regards to, like, being an MC, being a rapper? I heard one of your lines alluded to being an invisible man. You know what I mean? And me having two sons, bro. Me having two sons is like, my youngest son, he kind of realizes that, yeah, he's like, my youngest son's like, yeah, Dad, I saw your new rap video and shit. You know what I mean? Can I get that shirt or whatever you was wearing in it? But my oldest one, it's Invisible Man. Like, I don't know if he even realized, like, you know what I mean? He don't know what I'm doing or nothing. Like, he just look like whatever. It's just like, feed me, nigga. Like, that's pretty much it. So, well, how is it in your household? You know what I mean? Like, does your son, you know what I mean? Is he influenced by you with regards to hip hop? Or tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I have three sons. I have three boys, and yeah, they all support. I mean, they all show love, even though it's not their music, it's not what they listen to. But you know, they can respect it. They see their dad on TV, their dad on on YouTube, and they see clips of me online, and they're like, yeah, you know, that's my dad, and you know, they tell their friends at school, and yeah, it's all love, it's all fun. Like, they'll listen if I have it playing, but you know, it's not what they would normally go for. But you know, they listen and they like what they hear. They show love.
That's what's up. None of them critical, like too critical. Like, yo, Dad, you could have like sharpened up your bar right here. Like, nobody's got to those levels yet.
No, well, actually, my middle son, he's 14. He gives me game on things I could do better on my YouTube to bump up my YouTube channel. Okay. So I'll be listening to him sometimes because at his age, he's 14. You know, they go on YouTube, him and his classmates, and you know, they're all about like views and subscriber numbers and things like that. And I'm not a big YouTube guy like that. I'm trying to, you know, bump it up a little bit, and he gives me pointers sometimes on things I could do. So it's cool though.
That's what's up. This is the S listening session. We live in the boardroom. Smash that like button as you phone on in. And before I go any further, I've been neglecting the chat. Let me let me shout out, you know what I mean, give the quick roll call. Shout out to Mark Wonderlich, you know what I mean, king out of Utah,
Salute.
you know what I mean. Big up the Strong Island Queen, Tay MMA Queen Combat and Entertainment. You the dig. Salute, y'all. Smash that like button. Most definitely helps with the visibility. Now
Word.
we're gonna get into this next track. We're gonna get in on the offensive with this attack. Now, listening to your music, you know what I mean. The last couple of tracks, I've gotten the vibes like you are the lost long member from Slum Village or something, like, you know what I mean. And it's funny you got Elzai. You got Elzai featured on the track. That shows you what the level of wordsmith or the level of MC you are. Going bar for bar, you know what I mean? Being able to hold, like, not even hold your own. Like, Elzai's been on other man's tracks and totally ate them. You know what I mean? No, this didn't happen here. This didn't happen here. You know what I mean? You totally showed that, yo, you should have been in the Slum Village. You know what I mean? That last beat's kind of like that last track. Listen, that beat kind of sounds like something Jay Dilla would have done. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, okay. You know what I mean? But salute to your UK producer that did that, because that's why I'm like, yo, I know. He's like, yo, let me get that one. Of course. You know what I mean? The Slum Village. You know what I mean? But tell me how you got connected and hooked up with Elzai. Elzai's a great, underrated.
He is. He's in my top 5, like, hands down. It's not even debatable. He's in my top 5. So a homie of mine was working on a compilation project, and he had wanted me to get on it. And this was during the pandemic. And, this was probably around June, July of last year. And his plan was to get this project out in like September or October. So because of the pandemic and, the short time frame, actually, you know what? Let me back it up a little bit more. We were talking just as hip hop fans. He asked me if I could have somebody on a track, who would it be? And, I thought it was just a hypothetical question. So I said, Elzai. He's one of my favorite MCs. So I said, okay. And, I didn't really think anything of it. Mm-hmm. Fast forward probably like a month. He tells me that, he has a connect to get at him. So I said, word? Really? And he said, yeah, working on this compilation project. So if you want to work with him, put some material together, you guys get something done. And, with everything going on with the pandemic, it wasn't enough time to properly, build a track from scratch. Mm-hmm. So I decided, me and my boy Jay Powell, who produced the track, we already had the track done, like the 2 verses, the scratch chorus, everything was already done. And I figured, you know what, since we're limited on time, rather than create something from scratch, why don't I take this joint that we already have, this album cut that we already have, get Elzai to jump on it, and then that way it'll be able to get done, meet your deadline, and then we could kind of cross promote each other, because this track is also featured on his compilation project, which is called As of Now, which is out on all streaming platforms. So I sent him the track, sent him the concept, and like a couple weeks later he shot back a verse, and the rest is history. We got it mixed, and yeah, that's it.
That's what's up. I mean, live and direct, you know what I mean? We got the honorary member of Slum Village S with the featuring the official member Elzai, you know what I mean? We gonna get into this attack live in the war room. Smash that like button. Let me see some fire emojis tonight. We be lacking on the fire emojis in the chat. God damn it! You know what I mean? Let's get it.
Imagine if I approached the beat the same way a lion does its next meal. How would that sound? Hey, y'all. On the attack. I attack the beat break like a Viking with a sword. This is the attack. DJ Pal on the beat. S. Yeah, I let the beat speak, then it's time to eat it. I don't give a fuck, I tear it apart and start feasting. Been on a creep from afar, making a move. Got this heat soaked on a platter, about to make it my food. Out in this open terrain, we call rap. Long live survival of the fittest, with the weak ones don't make it back. With J Pal on the track, your boy S on the attack. With the heart of a lion, Gazelle's best moving pack. Track swiftly, hunger from within is with a grip me. Resonate in MP3 form, stay on my grizzly. Marking my territory, growl of the beast. The sunsetters in the west, I'm on a prowl from the east. Influenced by the OGs and all the heads from whom I navigate. Scooping a week in a bunch is what I salivate. About to eat my next meal, close palms like I'm saying grace. The pounce on the track without any crumbs and saving face. Hard to hear a rhythm like this, so let it lay to waste. Thrill of the hunter, refusal to do a wasted chase. Loud in the tank, make the most of my creative space. A metaphor for capitalizing on this hasty pace. Whether I rock solo or call in reinforcements, you get one chance to make a first impression, don't be starving. So I take it all on strap till I'm ready to trash. Capture my prey on the track, engineer, here with the bounce. I treat beats like meat, eat them down to the bone. Only eat it when I know that the seasoning is on. Carnivore, devour the beat like medieval times. No manners when it comes to these rugged beats or rhymes. Survivor out in the wild, exposed to these elements, rain or shine. My hunger leaves carnage remnants. I unleash the beast, hungry because I gotta eat. Draw first blood, repeat the cycle the following week. All about the approach is simple mathematics. Strength in numbers equals skill rate above average. Before the attack, gotta come with the game plan. Concept before you grip the pen, the script on a page, fam. Who's a target market? Define a demographic. Like choosing slower animals, you have a better chance at. Explosive out the gate, you run out of gas. Work smarter, not harder, your results will be trash. Catch them off guard with a creative approach. Read the room, then once you catch them sleeping, go for the throat. If they didn't protect their neck, then you got them. This is the reason why successful predators remain plotting. Metaphor for dope MCs night and day who stay jotting. Keeping up pen sharp, riding beats like lions, stay trotting. No holds bar style, taking no prisoners. I'm on the attack, a stone cold boss for you listeners.
Got the eye of the tiger in my penile gland to catch me out, hear me growl. I see how grand I am to be blunt. It's wrapped around a senile strand. I freestyle a hung jury, that's a retrial plan for next year. They lowered the apex here and preyed on me like a rug in the moss. You better off putting the slug in the moss. Bird pump plotting to kill an apparition. The ghost of another rapper missing who was trying to slap your wrist and not give you dap to dissing. Cause he's somewhere on the map where they red snapper fishing. And Jaws is waiting, who won't challenge my flaws? They even got outlaws pulling straws, debating. These birds aim for the stars. Bars from absurd lanes. Detroit niggas say that I'm cold when they heard flames. New York think I'm nice but call me mean. I'm bringing the house down to the roof, far from every wall between.
Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. S featuring Elzai. Call that one Attack. You know, dig. Tay-Tay MMA Combat and Entertainment says this one is 100. 100.
Salute, Tay-Tay. Salute.
Indeed. Yeah, that definitely was 100 right there. You know what I mean? That's available on all musical streaming platforms. Make sure y'all follow. Make sure y'all follow S at HD Monster S. You know what I mean? On Instagram, Twitter as well. Is it the same? Is it the same handle?
Same Twitter, same on Facebook. Yeah.
Indeed. That's what's up. You know what I mean? Well, we coming down to our last song, our last contribution from S. Once again, smash that like button as you fall on in or fall on out. This is the S listening session. Once the poll is in the chat as well. We ain't getting enough participation in the poll in the day, but we gonna keep it moving. You know what I mean? The music is still hella fire. You know what I mean? Even if y'all don't want to vote, it's all good. You know what I mean? But let's get into this last track. I believe it's called Instrumental on Instrumental.
Yeah, instrumental over instrumental.
Instrumental over instrumental. All right. That's what's up. Speak on that.
That's just me saying, the game needs me. I'm needed over these instrumentals. It's just me doing some ish talking, flexing my ish talking muscle.
That's what's up. You know what I mean? That's what's up. That's something definitely needed. I think it's part of a necessary evil when part of the sport. You know what I mean? Part of being an MC.
Absolutely.
You gotta flex a little bit. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But without further ado, you know what I mean? Let's get to instrumental over instrumentals. You know what I mean? Live in the war room. Smash that like button. More fire emojis. You know what I mean? Let's get it.
You know what? Bring it to your live. You know I bring it to your live. You know I bring it to your live. I know how to get down. Like this.
Holding a ladder, reclining out of my pigeonhole. Typecasted, auditioning for a different role. Out of my comfort zone as well as the box that I'm jacking. Out of this world, I move up like a Michael Jackson.
Yo. Pull up that song there, dog.
What do you mean?
Let's go.
What do you mean? out of this world, like Michael Jackson. Stop it, bro. You know what I mean? You're hearing bars tonight. You know what I mean? And you're gonna continue to hear some bars. July 24th, that's Sunday at the Concrete Canvas. He's performing live. S. Let's get back into this. Oh, he's so instrumental over these instrumentals. Let's get it.
You know what? Bring it to your live. You know I bring it to your live. You know I bring it to your live. I know how to get down. Like this.
Holding a ladder, reclining out of my pigeonhole. Typecasted, auditioning for a different role. Out of my comfort zone as well as the box that I'm jacking. Out of this world, I move up like a Michael Jackson. Bars reciting, setting stages ablaze. Off the rhymes that I made, smartphone or a page. After it's laid down, I claim the crown, snatching it off of your melon. Better by the letter, put words together like spelling. Bees cleverly combining the bars and stanzas. Heads or tails, I can release this like the morning after. Pill from a night of regret. Taking an S joint for a flight you'll never forget. The eargasm, the ooze to the sound of my wax. Clean out your ear canals, cause I'm profound when I rap. Never double or triple time when slaying a mic. I don't need to ride that wave just to say that I'm nice. Hip hop is in a great place, so I'm playing my part. I mean fraction, not acting. Capping ain't a part of my modus operandi. Your man got standards in the house when it's time to shine. Flows outstanding, standing out from the pack. No gimmicks attached. Tight flows and subject matter clean, image attached. Mean with lyrics to match, obscene lyrics detached. I'm instrumental to the scene like beats pick when I rap.
I spit game, dude, my shit is the truth. Rap microphone phenomenal.
Interject with intellect. Don't grab this mic, the shit's too hot.
I spit game, dude, my shit is the truth.
I set the microphone on fire. Don't start none, won't be none. Don't grab this mic, the shit's too hot.
Too much of anything can make you an addict. I've got a lot up top, guess I'm an addict. A deep thinker spraying thoughts across canvases. Peaks and valleys and playing the law of averages. Meaning overall I flatline rappers. Between the highs and lows I clock my hang time after like Jordan from the free throw. I'm off the hook like a hanger, air to the throne. You play landing like Heathrow. Distinguished with the English slanging nouns and verbs. Truth hop for this court is one my sounds preferred. Forever urge my age mates to keep rocking if they got it. Skill, hunger and passion is not inside a pocket. And we got it if you want it. You confused by the grades, misconception when it comes to the age. Stop playing yourself, I'm as instrumental as the beats that I rap on. My aura penetrates you like a strap-on. Pause, had to let the beat drop out. Pause for the cause, the last ball made your jaw pop out. Applause when I rock out, frauds I make a clock out. Show up at showtime like I pull my watch out. Tick, tick, witness the second coming of the era. You claiming it, come and go and end the discussion. That's here to render destruction to your minimal potential. Sound of my voice is essential, over instrumental.
I spit game, dude, my shit is the truth. Microphone phenomenal. Interject with intellect. Don't grab this mic. My shit is the truth. I set the microphone on fire. Don't start none, won't be none. This shit too hot.
Instrumental over instrumentals. Yes, he is S. You know what I mean? Make sure you follow him at HG Monster S. Twitter,
yes,
Instagram.
Sir.
You see it up on the screen right there. You in the dig. Once again, blessings and many thanks for passing through. You know what I mean? And letting us listen to your music. You know what I mean? Giving us coming on the platform and doing your thing, you know what I mean? And sharing your story, you know what I mean? Once again, salute for those of y'all that are in the Hamilton area, in the Toronto area. Come down to the Hammer this Sunday, this weekend, you know what I mean? Because it is a weekend festival, you know what I mean? S will be particularly performing on Sunday, July 24th at the Woodlands Park. I believe that's right on Barton and Sanford. You in the dig. So tap into that. It is free entry. There is a bunch of different artists that will be performing, as well as I believe a graffiti showcase. We probably will see some b-boying. You know what I mean? All the elements of hip hop. You know what I mean? It's bringing back. You know what I mean? It's being brought back. You know what I mean? Once again, and the concrete canvas always cultivates that. You know what I mean? So tap in. That's at the Woodlands Park, most definitely. Before we get you on out of here, S, I know we are cooking on an hour. You know what I mean? But it's tradition. We do the rapid fire questions, you know what I mean? Some off the cuff questions. I'm gonna ask you, give you like 2 to 3 options. I just need one from you, and we gonna keep it moving just like that. You know what I mean? In the meantime, I need some participation in the chat. Hit that poll up. What's your favorite S track that you heard tonight? You know what I mean? Hit that poll up most definitely. Now, rapid fire questions, S. These are for you. Now, you've been a veteran in this game, in this hip hop game, so to speak. And I mean, you said, you know what I mean, you've been in different areas, different places that have had influences and cultivated your rap style and who you are as an MC. With that being said, the places you've been touring, doing shows and whatnot, or places you've seen hip hop, you've been impressed with the hip hop scene. Which one of these places would it be? Toronto, Montreal, or Ottawa?
Toronto, Montreal, or Ottawa?
Mm-hmm.
Probably Toronto. Out of those three, just because I'm more familiar with that one than the other ones.
All right,
but if I had to pick a pick that you didn't say, I'd probably say Hamilton, because between 2013 and 2017, I was in Hamilton heavy. I rocked out in Hamilton heavy, and the crowd is phenomenal. So that's my honorary pick would have been Hamilton, but you didn't say Hamilton, so the next I'd say Toronto.
I was gonna pick. Hamilton would have been the pick. That's why I left it out. You know what I mean? Because I wanted to know where else Where else you think is popping hip hop landscape wise in Canada? Speaking of which, if there was a hip hop museum, a Canadian hip hop Hall of Fame, which probably would be in Toronto, which artist would you put in front of it as a statue or a commemoration, so to speak? Would it be Cardinal Official? Would it be Maestro Fresh West? Or would it be Socrates?
Well, if we're talking the Mount Rushmores, I mean, Maestro, he was the guy. You know, he's the guy that inspired the Cardinals and the Socrateses of the world after. So I got to put Maestro. He's got to go up there first.
Indeed. Yep, I gotta agree with that. You know what I mean? A lot of there's been many artists that came up on here and said that Cardinal should get that statue in front of the Canadian Hip Hop Hall of Fame. But yo, I definitely agree with you. I mean, my vote's with Maestro Fresh West, most definitely.
He's definitely, but I mean, both of them are definitely ballot contenders for sure. I mean, they're gonna get in at some point, but I don't think they should get in before Maestro. Maestro got to get in there first.
You said you spent some time in Trinidad, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're familiar with some of these tasty snacks. Which one is your preference? You know what I mean? Are you going with a double? Are you going with the Jamaican patty? Or are you going with something which is my favorite, the bacon fish? Or the fish in the bake?
Boy, I think I have to go with doubles, man. Word. Doubles was like my staple in late elementary school, early high school, like lunchtime. 2 doubles and a juice, man. You couldn't beat that.
That's for true. I can't. Okay, I can't leave the war room without asking this question. I ask all the artists this. I mean, especially the Canadian ones, because my co-host, he from Harlem. You know what I mean, and he don't know nothing about because. When the fried chicken question come up, you know what I mean? Shame on it. It is what it is. But when the fried chicken question come up, I'm like, he don't know nothing about Mary Brown's, you know what I mean? And I'm trying to show this dude Mary Brown's is the truth out here. Like, yo, like I don't really like par with no Popeyes and no KFC. It's Mary Brown's nowadays over here. Like
Mary Brown's.
Yo, Steels, what's Mary Brown's, dog? Like, okay, so with that being said, fried chicken. Your fried chicken preference. I hope you're not vegan or nothing like that. I was once vegan, but I'm back. I'm back eating. The finer meats and shit. But is it KFC? Is it Popeyes? Which only fuck with Popeyes, no lie, for shrimp. Or is it Mary Brown's chicken?
Me personally, it's Mary Brown's. KFC had its run back in the day, but I think they grew too big and the quality kind of went down. It's not the same. But, I will say, the last time I had KFC in Trinidad, fire. I don't know if it's the seasonings a little different.
No, it's a different thing, bro. They shouldn't even call it KFC out there the way I hear people talking about it.
But it was fire though. But yeah, the KFC up here is just not the same. Not the same as it was, say, like 10, 15 years ago. It's not the same.
Like even like it's been like about 2.5 years since I've been back to Detroit. And like even just to hop over there, their KFCs are different. You know what I mean? Like the sides and everything. Like you can't get no baked beans over here, dog. Like no mac and cheese with your shit. Like forget about it. But Yeah, the Canadian KFC whack, bro. It's straight fast food.
Whack.
You know what I mean? The fastest of fastest food. You know what I mean? But okay, so you agree? Yeah, Mary Brown's chicken. You know what I mean? Most definitely. Can't go wrong with their chicken. And they got the best taters in the game.
Taters, the taters be hitting. Yeah,
most definitely. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what it is. That brings us to the end of our rapid fire questions. You know what I mean? Once again, salute for you to for enduring that I mean that barrage of questions. What's Tay
love it,
saying?
love it.
Fella, I just had fried chicken and I fried some wings. She's like, yeah, KFC, thumbs down. I wonder what Tay-Tay's fried chicken tastes like. But once again, salute. Tell the people once again where they can follow you at and what's on the come up. You got any other new music dropping in the near future? Let the people know.
Yeah, so if you like what you heard tonight, definitely follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You can see the handle on your screen right now at HGMonsterS. I literally just dropped a new music video this afternoon, so definitely hit up any of those pages and you'll be able to find it. It's a song called Shine. It's a quick verse. I got a new album in the works, hoping to get out later this year, probably winter. And just staying working, man. I got a couple other projects that I got in the works. So 2023, hoping to pump out some, a lot more music. So if you like what you hear, definitely stay in tune with what I got going on. Definitely going to be pushing hard the remainder of this year and into 2023.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Salute to my man S. Say his name right. Most definitely. I'm gonna try to definitely touch down at the Woodlands Park to watch you perform Sunday, July 24th. Once again, that's Barton and Sanford in the lower city of Hamilton. You in the dig. It's a concrete canvas, a bunch of festivities, hip hop related festivities going down. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all tap on in. This Friday, we got Fox and DJ Mark Hoshi passing on through the war room, the Trust the Process listening session. Fox is one of the hardest working MCs I know. You know what I mean? He just be spitting out content left and right. This is his latest contribution, the Trust the Process mixtape. This is in lieu of his Still Fox LP that will be dropping in August. I can't wait for that because as I'm actually a part of a couple of songs, you know what I mean? New videos going to be dropping called Heavyweights, I believe, on the 1st of August. So yeah, definitely be on the lookout for that. And
he's actually the episode that I watched. The episode that you did with him. That's the episode I watched just the other day. So salute.
Okay, that's what's up.
Salute to him.
Yeah, he's gonna be coming down actually to Hamilton, August 20th, August 21st. He's gonna be performing live at Forever Fuego as well as shooting a couple videos that weekend as well. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely salute to Fox. Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern time, we will be back in a full effect. The Roller-Seum will be open. This is the Coliseum where your favorite independent recording artist gets judged. We have 3 new artists that will be in the Coliseum. Be on the lookout for the new flyer and for the new artists that will be joining us. Once again, that's 8 p.m. Eastern time. Salute to Big Ro, you know what I mean, as well as Act Reacher 45 and y'all the chat who are the third judge. You know what I mean? Once again, do you deem the song the sauce or is it delete and toss? You know what I mean? That's the concept of the show. You know what I mean? But y'all know what it is. Roller-Seum, that's 8 p.m. Eastern time, Saturday night. You know what I mean? So we embarking on a busy busy schedule, upcoming schedule, you know what I mean? But once again, salute to everybody that's passing through in the chat. Look at how is it like getting more people up in the chat now that we ending the show, man? That's crazy. Like, you know what I mean? But yo,
they'll catch the playback.
Yeah, catch the playback, y'all. Catch the playback. What? Okay, there go Talib. I'm in my Talib tank. I'm in my Talib top. This is the PB&J. You know what I mean? This is the PB&J. You can get this on shopusualsuspects6.com as well. You know what I mean? But yeah, salute. I ended the poll and as everybody was pretty much in agreement, 67% said attack. You and Elzai, you know what I mean? Smash that, you know what I mean? So that's definitely the song we're going to end off with, you know what I mean? Our encore track, you know what I mean? So once again, salute to everybody that passed through. Salute to Talib Cunningham, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm gonna send you something else. You know what I mean? Something else is gonna be sent on the way too. You know what I mean? About mines is on the way. You about to get something else, bro. Chill. I mean, chill. Got my dude to leave. I mean, big up. You know what I mean? We will be bullshitting on the Beltway tomorrow, 4:15 p.m. Eastern time. That's only on Supreme Beats Boston Talk right here on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed, make sure y'all subscribe. You know what I mean? We will be talking boxing and all that good stuff. Once again, with the man number, the Usual Suspect 6. Tap into all our content on usualsuspect6.com. Getting a dig. But yeah, without further ado, let's end off the show and get into this encore track. You know what I mean? Once again, salute. This is S featuring Elzai and Attack. It's your favorite yet your most hated art filler. Salute to the Usual Suspects. Salute to the whole LDBC. And we giz on.
Imagine if I approached the beat the same way a lion does its next meal. How would that sound? Hey, y'all. Only attack. I attack the beat break like a Viking with a sword. This is the attack. J Pal on the beat. S. Yeah, I let the beat speak, then it's time to eat it. I don't give a fuck, I tear it apart and start feasting. Been on a creep from afar, making a move. Got this heat soaked on a platter, about to making my food. Out in this open terrain we call rap. Long live the survival of the fittest, where the weak ones don't make it back. With J Pal on the track, your boy S on the attack. With the heart of a lion, Gazelle's best moving path. Track swiftly, hunger from within is with a grip me. Resonate in MP3 form, stay on my grizzly. Marking my territory, growl of the beast. The sunset is in the west, I'm on a prowl from the east. Influenced by the OGs and all the heads from whom I navigate. Scooping a week in a bunch is when I salivate. About to eat my next meal, close palms like I'm saying grace. The pounce on the track without any crumbs and saving face. Hard to hear a rhythm like this, so let it lay to waste. Thrill of the hunter, refusal to do a wasted chase. A lot in the tank, make the most of my creative space. A metaphor for capitalizing on this hasty pace. Whether I rock solo or call in reinforcements, you get one chance to make a first impression, don't be starving. So I take it all on strap till I'm ready to trash. Capture my prey on the track, engineer, near with the bounce. I treat beats like meat, eat them down to the bone. Only eat it when I know that the seasoning is on. Carnivore, devour the beat like medieval times. No manners when it comes to these rugged beats of rhymes. Survivor out in the wild, exposed to these elements. Rain or shine, my hunger leaves carnage remnants. I unleash the beast, hungry because I gotta eat. Draw first blood, repeat the cycle the following week. All about the approach is simple mathematics. Strength in numbers equals skill rate above average. Before the attack, gotta come with the game plan. Concept before you grip the pen, the script on a page, fam. Who's a target market? Define a demographic. Like choosing slower animals, you have a better chance at. Explosive out the gate, you run out of gas. Work smarter, not harder, your results will be trash. catch him off guard with a creative approach. Read the room, then once you catch him sleeping, go for the throat. If they didn't protect their neck, then you got him. This is the reason why successful predators remain plotting. Metaphor for dope MCs night and day who stay jotting, keeping up pen sharp, riding beats like lions stay trotting. No holds bar style, taking no prisoners. I'm on the attack with stone cold bars for you listeners.
Got the eye of the tiger in my penile gland. The cat's meow, hear me growl. I see how grand I am to be blunt. It's wrapped around a senile strand. I freestyle a hung jury, that's a retrial plan for next year. They lowered the apex here and preyed on me like a rug in the moss. You better off putting a slug in the moss. Bird pump plotting to kill an apparition. The ghost of another rapper missing who was trying to slap your wrist and not give you dap to dissing, cause he's somewhere on the map where they red snapper fishing. And Jaws is waiting, who won't challenge my flaws? They even got outlaws pulling straws debating. These birds aim for the stars. Bars from absurd lanes. Detroit niggas say that I'm cold when they heard flames. New York think I'm nice but call me mean. I'm bringing the house down to the roof, fall through every wall between.